2.5 solving formulas. We're going to need to remember the steps for solving equations. And you have these written down. I just kind of want you to, out loud, let's say aloud, to yourself, I want you to say what these are. We've got D for distribute. And what do we do when we distribute? Multiply. C is for, go ahead, say it out loud. Combine. Like terms if you want to, or we can keep it short. We combine. When we're combining, we're adding or subtracting. The moving steps, doesn't matter which one you do, but this one is move the variable. This one's move the constant. This is also a addition or subtraction step, but you're going to do the opposite. And this is key. F. What's the F for? Finish. This is when we're getting X alone, or whatever letter it is. We will either divide or multiply by the reciprocal. Alright, let's look at it with formulas. We've got A equals B times H, and you'll probably recognize this as area of a rectangle or a square or even a parallelogram. We are given some information. Area equals 54 and the base equals 9, but we don't know what the H is. And so we plug these in, substitute it. We're solving for H, so we divide by the number that's with H and divide on both sides, and H is going to be 6. Okay. P equals A plus B plus C. Tell me what you think it is. Even though I'm just a recording, I want you to say out loud what you think this is. Okay. If you said perimeter of a triangle, then you are right. So that'll be good. We are going to be given P equals 34, A equals 8, B equals 12. I'm going to fill in this information. 34 equals 8 plus 12 plus C. Combine like terms. Subtract the 20 from both sides, and we get our C. Here I have SA equals 4 times L times W plus 2 times W times H. This is SA, surface area of a prism or box. And so I'm going to give you the numbers for this, and I want you to plug them in and work it out, and then come back and compare your work to mine. Okay, let's let you check your work. All right. Surface area, the height would be 2. or whatever kind of little box this was. Let's look at this area again. I'll switch gears here a little bit. Now we're going to have all letters, no numbers. It's a little confusing, I know. But if you will focus on the same steps that you used a while ago, we want to solve for B. This is what we want to get alone. So, what's happening? What's the relationship between this B and this H being multiplied? We want to get rid of the H, so we divide by whatever the H is. Divide by the H. We're left with B equals A over H, which looks very strange to us, but that's our answer. We had a problem a while ago with perimeter. Here we want to solve for C. Same thing we solved for a while ago. And what did we do to these two? We added them up and then we moved them by subtracting. Well, we can't add them because they're not alike, but we can move them. Minus A, minus B. That cancels, that cancels. Minus A, minus B. So, P minus A minus B is what's equal to C. Okay, well, here's a random, not really, I don't think it's a real formula. V usually stands for volume, and I don't recognize this as anything. So, but you want you to solve for A. So I want you to go ahead and try this one. And again, I'll freeze it, we'll freeze it, and you work, I'll work, and then we'll come back and compare. Okay, so how did you do? Now let's try another one. The next few that we're going to try, we will be seeing again in Chapter 3 when we start graphing. So these are very important that we understand how to do them. So really pay attention and try hard on your homework. Solve for Y. What's going on between the 5x and the y? They're being added. This is positive. Subtract it so that it becomes 0. Subtract it. These are not like terms. One's a constant, one's a variable. That's all you can do with it, is just to get y by itself. Let's try another one. Alright, again, we're going to solve for y. I wanted the red. Well, this is being added, so move it. Okay, this is that moving step. Those are not like terms. So all you can do is write them together in one expression, or this right side of the equation. Then we're still focusing on getting this alone. So divide by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5. Get y equals 22 over 5 minus 11x over 5. And for what we're going to do, we're going to leave it this way. we'll just leave it. Because all I'm wanting to do is solve for y. Okay, so let me give you one to practice with. And we're always going to solve for y. You have an x and a y. These equations will make lines when we learn how to graph them in Chapter 3. Solve for y. So you want to get y alone. So focus on the relationship with all the other letters. Alright, here you go. That one is solved for y. Again, I hope you're paying attention. Going to subtract the 4x, then divide by the 2, negative 2, to get that y alone. Each one reducing it, so it should look like something like this. And in Chapter 3, we're going to learn how to graph that. Okay, good luck with this section. This was 2.5 formulas. Do your homework.